Okay, part 14 of the truck project. This video will probably be in a couple of segments, but anyway, it's a progression thing. I'll just show you what's going on here. Anyway, this is the AU IRS cage cut down. Basically, I've cut this thing in half, and basically what's happened is I've cut basically. I've cut 2 inches out of the cage, and what I've done, I've gone and made some sleeves to slip fit sleeves to go inside the cage halves. It's quite heavy wall tube, probably as heavy or heavier than the original cage tube material, but anyway, those tubes will slip fit into the cage halves, and I've also drilled some holes for some plug welding. That's basically all around the tube there. I've put some holes to plug weld. That weld there is V'd out. There's a smaller tube there to slip fit in the front, and what I'll do is I'll basically slip that together. I'll tack it for now and check it to check how it fits, and the main purpose of this is to check that the upper control arm pivots don't foul the frame, and just to basically check the viability of putting the cage in at this width for fit. So anyway, so that's where that's at. That will happen today sometime, and if I get time and such, I may continue on with part 2 of this video if I have a successful day. Anyway, but also too, just quickly, a little laser video. Basically, if I can show you, where is it? That little red dot up in the distance there in the center, that is the center. That is the lower control arm pivot point. And basically what I've done, I've lined the laser up to that point there, and what that gives me is basically a nice parallel laser line to work off all through the chassis jig. As you can see, it's picking up the stands, which I've marked. I've marked all the stands to where the laser runs across them, and basically that'll be another reference point as to how high I mount this cage into the frame in relation to suspension geometry, roll centers, and all this sort of stuff. It all needs to be considered, but ultimately the ideal situation is to have the roll center of the rear of this truck higher than the front. It will be by a short amount. I'm not 100% how much, but it could have a higher roll center by about 1 inch at this stage for rough calculations, but I'll work on that and get a definite number. But yeah, so anyway, that's just a quick video just to show you what goes on here, and that laser line there. I'm hoping to utilise that to basically use the lower control arm pivot point on the IRS. I'm hoping to line that up with that, and so I'll have all the lower control arms basically pivoting off the same line, the same axis. So anyway, Anyway, that'll do for now, for this section of the video. I'll continue on. I'll tack this frame together, get it in the chassis, and try and get it up and mount some hubs and such to it, so it looks a little bit more real. And there we go. So anyway, that'll be the end of part 1. Cheers. Part 14, part 1, section 1. Anyway, cheers.